want you to picture this in your mind. Imagine staying in your bed for the whole week and everything feels great. You look at the table beside you and the papers that you left last week are still there, left untouched. The burning passion in your heart just suddenly disappeared and you can't even feel any connections with the things that you used to do before. An idea suddenly popped up in your head, an idea that you think may help you stop living in pain. You look at the road beside you and it feels like it's waiting for you. And at this point, you know that the pain will stop. And suddenly, everything becomes black. In this period of time where we're living in the middle of a global pandemic, living peacefully and not thinking of anything sounds like a joke. Millions of people are losing their job, and as the economy drops, the suicide rate skyrockets. Good afternoon, everyone. In this speech, I will talk about how important it is to break the misconceptions and stereotypes around mental health, and how adding classes about mental health can assist people. I support the addition of classes about mental health to the school curriculum, and these are the reasons why. According to the World Health Organization, mental health is a state of well-being wherein an individual realizes their own abilities and they can cope up with the normal stresses of life. But what if a person struggles and can't cope up with the stress that life brings? Who should they talk to? What should they do if people around them are not educated enough to understand what mental health is? We can't just let other people die just because of our ignorance, and that is why I am in favor for the addition of classes about mental health to the school curriculum. These days, suicide is the third leading cause of death for ages 10 to 24. But why? Was it because they felt alone in a dark age? Or was it because they didn't know how to cope up with the stress that they're feeling? Both of these questions show us the same reason. It is about being uneducated about this sensitive topic. The stigma around mental health is very toxic, and it is one of the major factors of the rising suicide rate that we have here in New Zealand. From July 2018 to June 2019, 685 people committed suicide here in New Zealand, and most of them were men. But why? Was it because of the idea that we have in our mind that men should be strong and they should not cry? I know that some of you may think that adding classes about mental health will make the students' life harder, as they will need to take another subject. However, by adding this subject, we can teach students at a young age that sadness is an emotion and not a sign of weakness. We can change the wrong and old-fashioned mindset that we still have up to these days. And hopefully, we can live in a world where crying is normalized and not a big deal. Another reason why I am in favor for the addition of classes about mental health to the school curriculum is because adding this may help us save others' lives. I know that some of you may think that classes about mental health may sound a bit boring and uninteresting. However, by adding this subject, we can help save other people. Because we all meet a lot of people every single day. And if we see some signs like weight gain, weight loss, loss of interest, or even mood swings, we should reach out to them and be there for them. Because suicidal people don't need someone who will tell them what to do. They don't need someone who will give them advice. What they need is someone who is willing to listen to all of their stories and to all of their struggles every single day. And if you know someone who is dealing with depression, anxiety, or any other mental illnesses, please don't tell them what to do. Instead, stay with them. Make them feel that they are loved and that they are valued, that what they're feeling right now is normal and that you're going to stay with them no matter what happens. In this world where some people are struggling to keep on breathing, we should be their source of support and energy. We should help them and keep them alive. If they feel like the weight of their problems are too much, let's lift them up. I want to ask you a question. Do you think that we still have a chance to break all the misconceptions and stereotypes around mental health? For me, yes, we still do. Even though a lot of people have died due to suicide, I think it is never too late for us to learn and to grow. It is never too late for us to educate ourselves about this topic. And it is never too late for us to change our wrong mindset. these people that have died should be a lesson to us that we need each other, that we need someone who will lift us up, and we also need to be that someone who will lift others up.